Go. Darling takes the draw, wins it to DeCamillis. DeCamillis over the blue line. Gets it into the near corner. Cycles it around. Cross ice pass to Guglietti. Couldn't quite pull the trigger. Puck along the far boards. South Simcoe gets a piece of it to clear the zone. Jeffrey Stedman dumps it back in. Storm fired off the far boards. Hops over a stick. Okay, and that'll go into the Orangeville zone. Jeffrey Stedman picks it up in the far corner. Fires it off the boards. Guglietti. He'll send it back there for Darling. Darling through neutral ice. Chips it deep. South Simcoe fires it around near boards to the blue line. Just kept in by Sloan. He'll fire one on net. Good shot. And the puck sits up on the back of the net for the whistle. Ambrosio in to take the draw. He'll win it to Nickel. Nickel shoots just wide. Ambrosio lets one go. Bad save by Storm. They'll fire it off the near boards. Ambrosio picks it up. Nickel gets a shot, and goalie will save that. Good pressure by Orangeville so far. Ambrosio wins the draw. Felix gets a piece of it. Storm get it to the blue line, just under Mass's stick. He'll dump it in. Orangeville's got to clear. Storm cycle behind their net. Play to the blue line. Picked off by Felix. He'll step around his man. Get it deep. Good backhand. Nickel through the blue paint. And puck comes out the far side. Played up to the blue line by the Storm. They'll skate it into the Orangeville zone. To the near corner. Cross ice pass through some traffic. Past everybody. Storm player picks up that puck. Gets to Ambrosio. Ambrosio just clears the zone. Puck back in the Storm zone. They'll try to play it out. Felix with a good stick. Steal that pass. Felix in the zone. Shot. Glove save by Storm. But puck comes to the blue line. Kept in there by Savory. The second effort, Storm will get it out. That'll go the length, but no icing. Savory fires it around the far boards. To the Orangeville blue line. Past the Storm player. Andrade with the step. He's got it in the far corner. Centers it to Telford. Telford cross ice. Couldn't quite connect to Lunny. Lunny keeps it alive. Deep in the Storm zone. Andrade. Battles for it in the near corner. Storm get a piece of it. And played off the boards out of the zone. Lunny cross to O'Shea. O'Shea gets it to the blue line and into Andrade. He'll take a shot wide of the net. Lunny picks up that rebound in the near corner. Gets it to Andrade. He'll stick handle around his man. Centering pass to Lunny. Lunny with the shot. Blocked in front. And send that shot wide. Telford gets it to point. They'll take a shot. Lunny in the far corner. Cross ice pass. Tried to get it to Savory. Storm player broke that play up. Storm has it. Gets to the red line and dumps it into the Orangeville zone. O'Shea first picks it up behind the net. Fires it off the far boards to Telford. Telford tried to backhand it to Darling. It's a Storm player. Darling picks up the loose puck, and he'll clear the zone. And over the Storm blue line. Darling walks out front, gets a shot. And we got a bit of pushing and shoving. Ref's having a little conversation. Straight that out right away. Darling in the Storm zone to take the draw. Won by the Storm. Back to their corner, and they'll pass it up to their blue line and skate it out. Through neutral ice to the Orangeville blue line. Play broken up by Jeffrey Stedman. Gets the puck to DeCamillis. He'll step around his man. DeCamillis walks in. Shot! Oh, sorry, that was a pass. Just couldn't quite get it in there. Puck to the blue line. Hops over Sloan's stick. Sloan plays it back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll send it far to DeCamillis. That dumping attempt just couldn't quite pull the trigger. Picked up by Darling at center ice. Just offside by Orangeville. Last minute move at the blue line puts Darling offside. Ambrosio to take the draw just outside the Storm zone. Bouncing puck. Still at the blue line. Past a bunch of players. Nobody seemed to get their stick on it. Storm pick it up, bring it into the Orangeville zone. Nickel with some good defensive moves at the blue line. Gets it to Ambrosio in neutral ice. Cross to Felix. Felix going over the blue line. Storm with a good stick, good reach. Felix gets taken down. Nickel plays the puck in the near corner. Centering attempt. Felix had his stick lifted. Storm to the blue line and out. Ambrosio knocks his man down. Nickel with the puck. Brings it into the zone. Shot from the blue line. And gloved down by the Storm goalie. .439 to go in the first period. Ambrosio wins the draw to the point. Shot gets a shot off, but hits a player in the way. Storm get to the blue line and out. Cross ice. Ooh, I don't know how that was offside. It wasn't offside, I should say. Ambrosio. Storm's offside. He'll skate the puck out through neutral ice and over the blue line. Pulls one back. Shot off the glove and in the net. Goal by number 68, Braden Ambrosio. 4:10 to go in the first period. Telford got the draw, won by the Storm. He'll pick up that puck, bring it into the Storm zone. Backhand tried to get to Andrade, but picked off by South Simcoe. Andrade, second effort, picks up the puck and brings it in. Gets taken down at the boards. That'll call a penalty. Storm's going to the box for 2 minutes. Telford in to take the draw. Storm wins it. They'll get a piece of it and lift it out of the zone. That'll go length of the ice. Savory. Oh, Dittman plays it to Savory. Savory off the boards. Tried to get it to Lunny. Good stick by Dittman. Steers that puck at the far boards. O'Shea to Andrade at the red line. Andrade pokes that one in, and the Storm will lift it out. O'Shea dumps it back in. Storm fires it down, almost picked off by Savory. Puck comes to rest behind the Orangeville net. Savory plays it off the far boards to O'Shea. O'Shea to Andrade. Andrade to Telford. Telford in over the blue line. Steps around his man. Lunny's there. Just gets a piece of that clearing attempt. O'Shea dumps it back in. Gets it to Andrade. Storm get a piece of it. Fired around the near boards. To the blue line and out. I guess that puck left the ice. Or hit a glove. Face off in the Storm zone. Darling in to take the draw. Storm wins it. Guglietti gets a piece of it. Shot. Hot corner scores. Power play goals. scored by number 6. Maximo Guglietti. 2:45 to go in the first period. Darling take the draw after that goal. He wins it to DeCamillis. He'll fire it up. Boards, chips it into the Storm zone. Played to the blue line, kept in by Darling. Darling takes it wide, behind the net. Gets it to DeCamillis in front. Shot, scores! Goal by number 7, Luca DeCamillis. 2:28 to go in the first period. Darling wins the puck to DeCamillis. He'll get a piece of it and dump it in deep in the Storm zone. Darling wins that foot race. Brings it out from behind the net. Hitting around. Gets a stick check. Still has the puck. Plays it to the point to Stedman. Shot deflected. DeCamillis tried to get a piece of it. Guglietti in along the boards. Storm get a piece of it and chip it out the far side. Darling changes directions. Walks out front. Bouncing puck. Darling kicks it over to the Storm player, and they'll get it out of the zone. Played to center ice. Picked up by DeCamillis. He'll walk in. Gets it to Guglietti. Backhand pass. Shot. Nice save by Storm goalie. Orangeville player taken down. Puck comes out of the zone. Played wide. Sloan with a good defensive move there. Miscommunication. Felix along the boards. He'll stab it in deep. Nickel walks out from the boards. Gets a shot off just wide of the net. Felix chips it to the blue line. Off a skate. Mass with a stick to get it. Keep it in neutral ice. Storm will backhand that. All the way in. Icing's waved off. Not sure why. Way around the boards to Nickel. He'll get it out of the zone. 1 to go in the first period. Storm dump it in. Way. Cross to Felix. Felix gets stuck in his skates. And then gets taken down. No call. Storm. Walk in shot. Pad save by Dittman. Rebound comes to the far boards. Played to the blue line, kept in by the Storm. Loose puck, stolen by Felix. Felix gets to Ambrosio at center ice. 20 seconds to go. Ambrosio gets stick check. Still has the puck. Ambrosio with the backhand attempt off the side of the net. Storm will fire that around the near boards. They'll carry it out, and that'll do it for the first period. Here we go to start the second. Telford in to take the draw. Telford wins the draw to Andrade. He'll play it back to O'Shea. O'Shea sends it off the near boards. Andrade picks it up. He's got Lunny walking in on him. Shot. Pad save by Storm. Loose puck into the far corner. Andrade walks out with it, gets it to Telford. Telford with the shot blocked in front. Lunny, another shot, saved by Storm. Lunny gets a shot off just above the net. Rebound comes to the blue line, and Storm will kick it out. Lunny, good back check, steals the puck, gets it to Savory. Savory will fire it to the blue line, kept in by Telford. Telford to Lunny. Lunny with the shot, just wide of the net again. Savory plays that puck in deep. Good stick, good pinch. Savory to Andrade. Andrade to Lunny. Lunny with the second shot. Finally scores off the rebound. Goal by number 19, Ethan Lunny. 14 minutes, 1 minute into the second period. Darling in to take the draw. He'll win it to DeCamillis, who plays it back to Sloan. Sloan throws it off the far boards. Darling. It's held up by his man. Storm in behind the net. Played to Guglietti. Guglietti with the shot. And Storm will cover that. Good moves. Darling take the draw. There's a bit of a scrum. Picked up by Sloan. He'll dump that puck in deep. Guglietti behind the net. Centering attempt. Just past Darling's stick. Storm pick up the loose puck. Cross ice. Sloan steps into it. Plays it to the blue line. Darling walks around some traffic. In over the blue line. Darling walks in front. Shot off the post. Rebound comes to the near corner. DeCamillis keeping it alive, keeping it deep. Guglietti steps out with it. Guglietti to Darling. Darling with the shot blocked in front. Rebound comes to Storm player. Sloan steps up, breaks up that rush. Plays it off the boards to Darling. Darling in over the blue line. To the far corner. Walks out with it to DeCamillis. DeCamillis couldn't pull the trigger. Storm break out with it through neutral ice. Jeffrey Stedman keeping him on the outside. Centering attempt picked up by Sloan. He'll backhand that one to the blue line. Just kept in. Storm in the near corner. Good stick by Jeffrey Stedman. Gets it the puck to Felix. Felix will throw it off the far boards into neutral ice. Get the danger out. Puck along the far boards. Nichols got a step. He's got the puck. Reels it in. Shot off the side of the net. Ambrosio there for the rebound. Gets it to the blue line. Kept in by Way. Way will fire it off the boards. Storm fire it back in the same direction. Ambrosio had a piece of it and just got taken out. Nickel. Good back check. Breaks up that rush. Steps around his man. Gets tripped. And that'll be another 2-minute penalty. .11:38 to play in the second period. Stop the clock. Clock's fixed. 11:35 to play in the second period. Telford's in to take the draw. Into his feet. He'll backhand that to Lunny. Lunny to Way. Way with the shot. Blocked by the Storm. Rebound. And he'll cover it for the whistle. Flyers will reset. Telford in, take the draw. He'll win it back to the far boards, picked up by Way. Way steps in. Storm pick up a piece of that puck, and they'll send it the right length of the ice. Mass picks the puck up behind his net. Fires it off the glass. That'll clear the Flyer zone. Dumping attempt. Stopped. Second effort gets it in. Way behind his net. Brushes off one Storm forechecker. He'll bring it over the blue line. Let one go. Shot blocked in front, just wide of the net. Storm get a piece of it. Lunny at the blue line keeps it in. He'll dump that puck in deep. Storm behind their net. They'll walk out, get some daylight, and fire it down the ice. 1 minute to go on the penalty. Didman out to play it. Plays it to Mass. Mass off the boards to Darling. Darling through neutral ice. Right over the blue line. Hits the brakes again. Gets some room. Shot. Tipped just above the net. Brink comes out. That one over the cross. That one over the line. Darling in to take the draw. He'll win it back. DeCamillis. He'll send it to the far boards. Storm pick it up. To the blue line and out. Guglietti grabs that puck in neutral ice. Spins, gets it to O'Shea. O'Shea dumps it into the Storm zone. And the Storm will fire it out. O'Shea behind the net. Both players fall down. Loose puck picked up by Orangeville. Guglietti to DeCamillis along the far boards. DeCamillis lets one go. Shot. Saved by the Storm. That'll do it for the Storm penalty. Players flying everywhere. Puck along the near boards. Picked up by Darling. Darling steps around one man. Skates behind the net. Hits the brakes, switches directions. Gets it to DeCamillis. Just couldn't handle that pass. DeCamillis to O'Shea. O'Shea throws it on net. Loose puck in the blue paint. Desperation move. Darling behind the net to the far corner. Gets it out front again. O'Shea has got some time here. Lets one go. Shot blocked in front. Darling picks up the loose puck. Gets taken down. No call. DeCamillis keeps the puck in deep behind the Storm net. Darling walks it to the corner. Puck gets stripped by Storm. Loose puck. Guglietti lets one go. Shot blocked in front. DeCamillis with a second effort, just wide. Darling spins around. Walks out. Shot off the post. Guglietti takes down his man. Puck to the blue line. Kept in by Savory. Savory pokes it ahead to Guglietti. Guglietti gets slashed hard. Shoots, he scores. Goal by number 6, Massimo Guglietti. 8 minutes to go in the first period. Ambrosio in to take the draw. He'll win it back. Sloan, goes to the point. Off the boards. Gets it to Ambrosio at center ice. In over the blue line. Lets one go. Shot off the glove and wide of the net. Nickel centering it. Tries to get it to Ambrosio. Sloan with the shot. Thrown towards the net. Loose puck. In the paint. Behind the net. Storm throw it off the boards. Kept in there by Sloan. He'll dump it in behind the Storm net. Nickel. Off the net. Tries to get that to Ambrosio. Clearing attempt. Picked up by Storm. They'll bring it over the blue line. Play broken up by Jeffrey Stedman. Shot. Saved by Dittman. Wraparound attempt. Loose puck. Puck goes behind the net. Sloan fires it around the far boards. Gets it to the blue line. Not out. Sloan battling hard along the boards. 2-on-2 along the boards. And the ref blows it dead. .6:54 to play in the second period. Calford's in to take the draw, deep in the Flyer zone. He'll win it to Lunny. Lunny gets stripped of it. Shot. Stick save by Dittman. Rebound comes to the near corner. Picked up by Jeffrey Stedman. He'll fire it around the far boards. To Lunny. Lunny skates it out over the blue line. Into the Storm zone. Storm player caught an edge. Lunny shot just wide. Rebound comes all the way to the blue line. Kept in by Andrade. He gets a bit of a slash. No call. Storm will fire that puck to the near corner. Andrade. Double teams. Taken down. Telford's in to help him out. Telford walks out with it. Gets the puck across to Lunny. Lunny with some daylight off the side of the net. Storm fire the puck around the near boards. To the blue line. Kept in by Andrade. Andrade got it to Lunny. Lunny couldn't quite handle that pass. Lunny gets stripped. And they're going to the box again. Lunny's got to check the sights on his stick. Darling in to take the draw. 5:55 to play in the second period. Darling wins it to DeCamillis. He'll play back to the point, just past Way. Way picks it up, plays it off the far boards, and shovels it forward. Darling picks it up, in over the blue line. Steps around a man, shot. Blocker save by Storm. Guglietti in the near corner. Skates out with it, centering attempt. DeCamillis was falling. He got bumped. Way at the blue line. Lines up, lets one go wide of the net. Rebound to the half boards. Kept in there by Darling. DeCamillis and Guglietti in the far behind the net. Storm picked off by DeCamillis. Bit of a traffic jam. Fired to the blue line. Kept in by Way. Way lets another one go. Loose puck. Guglietti picks it up. Gets it to Mass. Mass throws it in. Picked off by the Storm. He'll get it to the blue line. Kept in by Way. Way shovels it towards the net. Storm play it to the near boards. To the blue line and out. 45 seconds to go in the penalty. Way behind his net. Gets it to the blue line. Kept in by the Storm. Second effort gets it out. Storm player misplayed it. Nickel. Shot scores! Goal by number 97, Caden Nickel. 4:22 to play in the second period. Ambrosio in to take the draw. He'll win it back through O'Shea's legs. O'Shea in the near corner, fires it off the near boards to the blue line. Ambrosio couldn't quite clear it out. Shot, and Dittman will cover that one. You did. Yeah, 5 shots. Well, Storm wins that draw. Picked off by Nickel. He'll get it up to neutral ice to Felix. Felix in over the blue line. Shot. Just caught a piece of the block or pad. to the blue line and out. O'Shea at center ice. Gets it to Savory. Savory to Nickel. Nice passing, boys. Nickel to Ambrosio. Ambrosio gets stepped into. Shot. Bad save by Storm. Loose puck. And now he gets stabbed underneath. A bit of pushing and shoving there. .332 to go in the second period. Storm wins the draw, fires it off the far boards, kept in. Andretti with the shot, blocker save. Storm pick up that loose puck, get it to the blue line. Kept in by Savory, just out. Storm finish that clearing through neutral ice. They'll lose the puck at center ice, picked up by Savory. Savory, he'll go for a skate, in over the blue line. Storm pick up that loose puck. Kept in by Telford at the blue line. He'll fire it in. Andretti thought it was offside. He peels around. Lunny picks up that loose puck. Gets it to Andretti. Andretti pulls the trigger. Couldn't quite finish. Andretti centering attempt off the side of the net. Storm fired around the far boards. Savory to Telford. Telford dumps that puck in deep. Andretti has the puck hop over his stick. And he'll hold it there for a whistle. .224 to go in the second period. Darling's in to take the draw. Won by the Storm. They'll throw it off the boards. DeCamillis picks it up. DeCamillis with the puck in the corner. Shoved, taken down, no call. Guglietti comes up with it. Guglietti turns around, gets it to Darling. Darling with a quick shot. Bad save by the Storm goalie. Guglietti still there, battling for the puck. Puck comes out to the blue line. Kept in by DeCamillis to Darling. Darling skates through some traffic. Behind the net. Darling switches directions. Brings it up front. That's shot, blocked in front. Second shot, wide of the net. Rebound. Picked up by Storm. They'll skate it out. Play broken up by Jeffrey Stedman right at the blue line. Guglietti picks up the loose puck to neutral ice. Skates over the blue line. Just whiffs on that shot. Gets the puck to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll let one go. Blocked by a face. Storm pick up that loose puck and get it to center ice. Jeffrey Stedman. Good stick check. Gets the puck to the near boards. Storm will dump that puck in. Off the back of the net. 1 minute to go in the second period. Nickel to the blue line. Not quite out. Kept in by Storm. Second effort clears the zone. Storm plays it back to their blue line. Back up to the Orangeville blue line and in. Shot. Right in the chest. Saved by Dittman. And he'll cover that for the whistle. Ambrosio to take the draw deep in the Orangeville zone. Won by the Storm. Picked off by Nickel. Couldn't quite get it out. Mass along the boards to Ambrosio in neutral ice. Ambrosio in over the blue line. Gets it to Felix. Felix back to Ambrosio. Couldn't, just overskated it. Nickel in the near corner. Played behind the net to the far boards. Way at the blue line. Brought out by the Storm. Into the Orangeville zone. Stretch pass just out of his reach. Centering attempt. And that'll do it for the second period. Here we go to start the third period. Telford in to take the draw. Telford won the draw, stolen by the Storm. Right to the blue line. Way with a good stick to the blue line, not out. Storm fired the shot, blocked in front by Lunny. Lunny gets it to the far boards to Andrade. Andrade to the blue line, just offside. Telford wins the draw to way off the far board, near boards, into the zone. Lunny breaks up that clearing attempt, gets the puck in deep, centering attempt. Picked up by the Storm player. They'll fire it off the boards to center ice, picked up by Way. Way winds up, lets one go from outside the blue line, shot just wide. Lunny to Andrade, Andrade back to Lunny. Off a skate, shot, hit a stick in front, goes over the net. Telford in the near corner, plays it behind the Storm net. To the far boards, Lunny picks up that loose puck, skates around some men, lets a shot go, loose puck. And the Storm goalie will cover that for a whistle. Darling in to take the draw. He'll win it back to Savory. Savory dumps it in the corner to DeCamillis. Darling in there to come up with it. To Guglietti. Shot. Blocker save. Rebound comes to the far corner. Storm with the puck. Guglietti with some good pressure. Storm through neutral ice, and they'll backhand that into the Orangeville zone. Puck behind the Flyers net to the near boards. DeCamillis gets it to Darling at center ice and over the blue line. Darling skates around his man, walks out front, shot, reaches around, and he scores. Goal by number 39, Hudson Darling. 13:03 to go in the third period. Storm are changing their goalies. Ambrosio in to take the draw. He'll win it to O'Shea. O'Shea skates over the red line, dumps it into the Storm zone. Nickel applying some pressure. Puck comes to the blue line and out. Savory, good defensive move at his own blue line. Cross ice pass by Storm. Nobody's there. Felix to the blue line, kept in. Back to O'Shea. He'll skate it behind his net. Throw it off the far boards to Nickel. Storm stole it. Storm have the puck behind the Orangeville net. Centering attempt. Savory breaks up that centering attempt, but Storm pick up the loose puck. Shot. Pad save by Dittman. Felix over the blue line. Into the Storm zone. Puck just comes out. Puck along the far boards. Into the Orangeville zone. Ambrosio backhands that to Felix at the red line. In the Storm zone. Felix sends it through the defenseman's skate. Shot. Blocker save. Second effort. Nickel couldn't quite connect on it. Telford in to take the draw. Loose puck picked up by the Storm. They'll skate it to the blue line. Held there by Sloan. He'll bring it back into the zone and dump it in deep. Drady. He'll give chase. Storm player throws it around to the far boards. Jeffrey Stedman plays off the boards to Telford. Telford just overskates it. And the Storm will clear the puck out. Through neutral ice. Into the Orangeville zone. Drady leaves it there for Lunny. Lunny in over the Storm blue line. To the corner. Shot. Just wide of the net. Rebound comes to the far blue line. Sloan sends it back. Lunny gets there first. Picks up the puck. Lets one go. Right into the glove. Saved by Storm. Centering effort. Jeffrey Stedman dumps that puck back in to Lunny. In his feet. Centering to Sloan. Bouncing puck. Sloan gets a piece of it to Telford. Telford to Andrade. Sloan with the shot. Saved by the Storm. Wraparound attempt. Lunny scores. Goal by number 19, Ethan Lunny. 10:23 to go in the third period. Darling in to take the draw. Bill went it back to Way. Way fires it. I guess they don't understand what an icing is, but Darling, the far corner, skates around with it, centers it to Guglietti. He gets taken down. DeCamillis, good back check, breaks up that play. Darling picks up the loose puck, skates around his man, gets taken down hard, no call. Way with the loose puck, kicks it to Darling. Darling with the shot off the post. Darling picks up his rebound, gets it to Way at the point, shot wide of the net. DeCamillis in the near corner. Storm fired off the boards. To the blue line and out. That'll go past everybody. Mass. In to pick up that loose puck. Waits behind his net. Fires it to Guglietti at the far blue line. Into some traffic. Ambrosio with a second effort. Gets it back to Guglietti at center ice. Ambrosio has his puck stolen off of him. Storm bringing it into the Orangeville zone. Way reaching shot. Blocker saved by Dittman. He'll come around to the far side. And shot goes wide of the net. Felix centers it to Nickel just behind him. Ambrosio steps up for that. Sets it up. Felix with the shot just wide of the net. Storm played to the blue line and out. O'Shea to Savory. Savory back to O'Shea. To the blue line for Nickel. Nickel gets the puck in deep behind the Storm's net. Right around to the near boards. Savory was pinching. Puck's going. Not enough for icing. O'Shea broke up that pass play. Puck along the near boards. Storm come up with it. And they'll poke it in deep. Loose puck in the near corner. Savory. Gets it to Felix. Gets it to the blue line, not out. Savory across to Nickel. Nickel gets pocket picked. Ambrosio picks up the loose puck, and they're offside. Flyers just offside. 7:40 to play in the third period. Telford wins the draw. To Savory. Savory will dump it in. Andrade at the far half boards. Gets bumped by the Storm player. To the point, O'Shea with the shot. Gets it on net. Loose puck. Goes to the far corner. Lunny. Back to O'Shea. O'Shea lets another one go. Tipped in front. Bouncing puck. Cleared out of the way by the Storm. They'll throw it around the near boards. Telford plays it back to Savory. Savory lets one go. Saved by Storm. Andrade gets kind of heel hooked. And Telford in. Shot. They scored. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who got that one. I don't know if it was Telford or Andrade or maybe.
I put it as Ethan, so it's incorrect.
Telford's in to take the draw. 6:47 to play in the third period. Telford wins the draw. Jeffrey Stedman gets it up to the red line to Andrade. Andrade dumps it in. Lunny just couldn't quite win that foot race. Played to center ice. Kept there by Sloan. Sloan to Lunny. Lunny gets over the blue line. Centers it to Andrade. Andrade with the shot. Scores. High glove side. Goal by number 91, Nathan Andrade. 6:23 to go in the third period. Darling in to take the draw. He'll win it and skate it up over the blue line. Darling, centering attempt, off the goalie, backhander. To the blue paint by DeCamillis. Storm come up with it along the far boards. DeCamillis with a good stick. To stop it there, Guglietti comes up with it. Steps around one man. DeCamillis behind the Storm net. Just switching directions. Guglietti with a good battle out front. Centering attempt, blocked it by Storm. They'll throw it off the boards. Hits a player, and Guglietti keeps it in deep. Puck comes out. Storm player plays it behind his net to the far corner. Oh, to the blue line, just out. And Storm will chip that deep in the Orangeville zone. Centering attempt. Picked off by DeCamillis. DeCamillis changes directions, brings it through neutral ice. Plays it through the Storm's defenseman. Darling with the puck. Loose puck. And it goes to the far corner. Darling along the far boards. Loose puck picked up by Darling. He'll hold it there. Finally get a little bit of room to come out with it. Gets it to DeCamillis. Gets it to Guglietti. Guglietti spun around and just caught an edge. Storm. Stretch pass. Almost picked off by Sloan. Storm collect it through neutral ice. Jeffrey Stedman. Loose puck. Poke check by Dittman. And they'll clear the puck out of the zone. Storm lifted high. Jeffrey Stedman in the far corner. Sees Felix at the blue line. Felix to Nickel. Nickel over the blue line. Leaves it there for Felix. Felix with the shot. Just wide of the net again. Rebound comes out the far side. Picked up by the Storm. Through neutral ice. Ambrosio all over his man. He's going to the box for hooking. Yeah. Orangeville penalty. 2 minutes for hooking. Might have had some help with that hold. Yeah. 4:02 to play in the third period. Storm wins the draw. Shot through across the ice, past everybody. Storm come up with it. Clearing attempt. Gets it to Felix. Felix backhands that to the blue line and out. Storm just turned the puck around, fired back in. Mass. Bouncing puck to the blue line, kept in by Storm. Storm players spinning around. Shot. Through the paint. They couldn't quite connect on that shot. Storm in the far corner. Off the side of the net. To Way. Way gets it to the blue line, not out. Shot. Way. Finally there, second effort gets it out of the zone. Storm player. Under pressure by Nickel and Felix. In over the blue line. 3-on-2. Way was just blocking that shot. Gets a piece of him. Andrade backhands that to the blue line and out. Storm come in on just offside. Bit of a delay. The timekeeper didn't put the penalty up. There we go. Lunny in to take the draw. Won by the Storm. O'Shea, he'll get a piece of it and send that all the way down. Lunny wins that race. Wraparound attempt. Storm goalie shut the door there. Lunny with the puck, keeps it in deep in the far corner. Andrade applying pressure. Storm players come up with it to center ice. Lunny into his feet, kicks it to a stick, lets a shot go. Blocker saved by Storm goalie. Rebound to Andrade along the far boards. He'll switch directions to send it to the near corner. Lunny, Savory, both pinched. Andrade keeps the play alive deep in the Storm zone. Lunny tries to walk out with it. Bit of a hook, no call, puck still there. 2 minutes to go in the third period, and the Flyers penalty is done. Storm get the puck out through neutral ice, and everybody, Savory. It's their first, tries to clear it, picked off by the Storm. O'Shea gets it to Darling and Telford, a bit of a miscommunication there. Storm dumped that puck back in. O'Shea in the far corner, plays it off the boards to the blue line and out. Telford lets it go. O'Shea at the blue line. Back in by the Storm. Savory behind his net. He'll wait a second. Gets it to Telford along the near boards. Telford off the boards to Darling. Darling brings it in the zone. Darling lets one go. Shot. And the Storm goalie will cover that one. One minute to play in the third period. Darling in to take the draw. Bit of a scrum. DeCamillis gets it to Darling. Darling to Guglietti. He just lifts it over the net. Storm pick up the puck. Get along the near boards. Darling steals it. Skates around. Lets one go. Shot. Saved by Storm. Loose puck behind the net. 40 seconds to go in the period. Guglietti. Centering attempt. Picked off by the Storm. DeCamillis steals it. Shot. Just lifts it over. Goal by number 7, Luca DeCamillis. 31 seconds to go in the third period. Darling in to take the draw. Chips it forward. Storm pick up that loose puck at center ice. Get it to the Flyers' blue line and in. Jeffrey Stedman. He'll throw that off the boards. Guglietti's there. Into some feet. Guglietti gets it to Darling. Darling will get the blue line. 10 seconds to go in the game. Cross ice to Deacon Ellis. He's just a little too deep. He'll hold it in deep. Gets it to Darling behind the net. And that'll do it for the game.